Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you a perspective that has kind of pivoted my life and had my own mindset shift and becoming the person I am today and who I choose to become every single day, because growth is never ending. But in order to really see this through for yourself, you have to start gaining that confidence and self-belief within yourself. And being disciplined and knowing consistency and just keeping those promises to yourself. And again, it's not easy to just switch from one headspace to the next, from thinking from negative to positive. It's not done overnight. But if you feel like you are struggling and you have that conscious awareness of the things that you know that need to change so that you can become the person that you want to become, to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill your passions, desires, whatever it is that you want to do, because we all have an idea in the back of our minds of who we want to become, where we want to be in the next 5, 10 years, the things that we desire and want out of life. We know. But how often are we making the conscious decision to do better? Because we can do better and we can have more. It's hard, but I will say one thing that has helped me is kind of picturing it as I'm working for myself. My higher self is the CEO, and that is who I'm working for. My highest form, I'm talking knowing my powers, being so confident, having so much self-belief that nothing in the external world bothers me. I'm pursuing my passions. I'm living the life that I envision in my head. All it takes is work in order to get you from where you want to be to where you want to go. But we have a hard time making the sacrifices necessary in order to achieve our goals, to become better, to be better, and to set ourselves up for a better position in life. Why do we make it so hard when we know what it is that needs to be done and what we have to do in order to move forward? You know, limiting beliefs all within ourselves are like this thing that is holding us back from truly becoming great. And oftentimes, it may be because we're scared of our own power. We're scared with what may come with it. That's normal because it's unknown. But at the same time, when you're working on it yourself and your journey and your passion and becoming the greatest person that you've ever wanted to become, once you understand that it takes time to build something great, you're a lot more patient with yourself, and you kind of view things as a journey and seeing exactly where you are during your peaks, your valleys, your highs, your lows, your success, your failures. Once we start viewing it from that aspect, it's a far more beautiful thought, because it's showing us how resilient we are and what we've overcome. And this is why we have to be thankful for the past, no matter what happened to us, because we all have our own darkness. And it just shows how far you've come from that darkness when you start to focus on the positive and the lightness and the happiness on life, even though it's not easy. But we tend to focus too much on the negative rather than the positive. So once you start looking at the positive, that's where your world starts to change. The sun comes out, flowers are blooming, you're glowing, maybe just basking in the sunlight, the sun hitting your face. Life is like your favorite song. It's very nostalgic. That's how life becomes once you just start focusing on the positives. And don't get me wrong, you can't focus too much on the good, because there is bad with anything, but it's balance. Everything in life, there needs to be a balance. So not everything in life is gravy. We know that, but it's about how we choose how to deal with these outcomes is what really matters, because sometimes we are not responsible for what happens to us. We are solely responsible to how we react to it. Do we overcome it? Do we not let it defeat us? Do we keep pushing forward? Or do we let it defeat us? Do we become more negative and just always question why things are done to us out of spite when it's not the case? Life is just not perfect. We all have roadblocks. We all have blockages. We all have struggles. But it's what we choose to do when we are faced with those struggles. And that's where a lot of people have a tough time moving forward, because the negativity is just so strong. It's hard for you to ever see the positive. But you have to start looking for the positive in things and just becoming more grateful and expressing more gratitude for everything that you do have. No matter how little you may think it is, it could be huge to somebody else. So it's important to always just be grateful in the positions that we are in instead of that we aren't in. Nothing good comes from thinking negatively. But a lot of things come when you start thinking positive, because also you have to remember that your mind is a powerful tool. What it believes, what it sees, is all programmed into you. So however you are viewing things is how your mind is viewing the world, how your mind is viewing your life. But if you start to focus on the positive, that's when your brain starts to rewire itself to start seeing the good in situations rather than the bad, so that you are able to overcome anything that comes your way. And it's a challenge, but like I said, the best way to follow this is to start working for your higher self. So whatever skills if that person is going to the gym 5 times a week, you need to make sure that you're at the gym. She or he is telling you to go to the gym. You go to the gym. You listen. You listen to your higher self. You listen to your intuition, your instincts, what you know is your truth, and how you can thrive within your own authenticity. Whatever it is that you want to become, you have to listen to yourself, because you're all you truly know. You don't know anybody else. You're not in anybody else's body, mind, whatever. You're in your own body, you're in your own mind. So again, that's why I say it's important to make your house a home. Be nice to you, nurture you, uplift you so that you can grow. If you're talking negatively about yourself, limiting yourself, hindering yourself, and being too fearful to put yourself out there, then you're not going to grow. Anyways, it just goes to show that thinking positively will do a lot more for you than thinking negative will. So it's kind of like, what do you choose? And I know life is not easy. Things are thrown at us, here and there, some more than the other, but it's just important to choose how you are going to respond to those challenges, to those blockages, in order to keep moving and keep pushing forward. Because it's not easy, but it is worth it. And if you want to live a fulfilling life, it's a necessary step that we all must make, and have that conscious decision within ourselves to say, you know what? I need to do better. I need to start trusting myself. I need to start listening to myself and focusing more on what it is that I want, because this is my life. I only get one life. Why live it the way others may want me to live it? Why not put myself out there to see what I could possibly do? And just start thinking from that mindset: abundance, gratitude, happiness, enlightenment, and just following and making time for yourself, and watch you become more confident in yourself, within yourself, to become the greatest person that you could ever imagine. It's not far, but it's always going to be far if you never take the first step. And don't waste any more time, especially, again, if you have the conscious decision that you need to make change. If you know what you know, trust it, and start working towards it, because your body is telling you something. And your environment very well does matter. So you need to make sure that you're in a very nurturing environment, something that can allow you to create in your own way, be who you want to be, and don't be around people that you cannot feel yourself around. Like, you cannot be yourself. You have to dilute yourself or close yourself off. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. And once you find out that living in authenticity is, you'll start to just trust yourself more, trust your style, trust your path, trust your thoughts, trust what it is that you want to do instead of looking for external validation. But again, it's not something that is done overnight. You just literally, you know what habits your highest self acquires, because you're conscious enough to know the things that need to get done in order to get to where you want to be. So when that person, your higher self, is demanding you to do these tasks so that you can become the person that you envision, the person that is your role model, the person that you want to become, you're going to listen to that, whoever. If they tell you what you need to do in order to become successful, depending on how bad do you want it. And it's not even how bad do you want it in a sense of materialism. It's how bad do you want to live a better life? How bad do you want to change your mindset so you're not always stuck in a negative loop? To take more control and take more control over your life. That's all. You just have to make that decision and start working towards it every day. Whatever that person is telling you, you need to start doing it and implementing it, and just watch how everything becomes habit and repetition after that. It's always hard in the beginning because it's unfamiliar, but it's the repetition that makes things more comfortable, because your body is learning that pattern and it just becomes easier. It becomes second nature, learning, and that's all it is, over and over and over again. But it does get easier, and you just always have to remind yourself of that. And not being so hard on yourself when you're just learning something new, when you're picking up a new task. Be gracious to yourself, but also be stern enough with yourself to know that we got to get this done. We can't be too graceful. We know that it's hard. We're compassionate towards ourselves, but we're going to get it done anyway, because we know it's what needs to be done in order to get ourselves further. I hope this helped put something into perspective for people that are really trying but don't really know where to start. Again, just imagine you are working for your higher self, and whatever that higher version of you is telling you what you need to do, you go do it. Start embodying, and then next thing you know, you're that person. And you'll always keep changing, you'll always keep evolving. But it's all a part of life. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more. Bye.